We are also one of the first platforms that allow you to build Google Business Messenger chatbots. For WhatsApp, build with official API at just $5 per month. Incorporate rich features with built-in data store, JavaScript function, HTTP calls, function flows, triggers, mini apps. You can build smart and powerful chatbots. Moreover, UChat e-commerce allows customers to place orders across all the channels we supported. Your customer can easily search for your products, and we streamline the checkout process for you. Products, collections, discount code, payment method. Set once and use it everywhere. Connect to data management, shopping, email, AI, third-party automation, mini apps from numerous developers, phone numbers, and CRM. Integrate with everything. Because on top of that, you can create your own integration through mini apps. As developer, you package API calls and publish mini apps for free or profit.
Okay, Joyce, we are live.
Hello, everybody. I'm Joyce from UChat, and today we are talking about inbound webhook. So, and this is Matthew. Now let Matthew introduce what is inbound webhook for us.
Okay, so guys, so this is the first demo. We are introducing the inbound webhook, and I just want to explain a little bit about the concept and what potential it can bring for you to automate your business. Okay, so a couple of slides. Okay, just a few, and then we will dive right in for the live demo. So the first, the inbound webhook is kind of a developer term. Okay, I'm not a developer myself. Okay, so the way I see it is that it is a connector that can connect with almost anything with your chatbot, and then you can start automate your business. Okay, that's the way I understand it. So let me put it this way. For example, currently you can initiate the chatbot from, for example, the ref URL, the website widget, the custom chat, and you can send, it can triggered by keywords, the DM and the story mentions, a couple of other ways, NFC tags, all those things can trigger the chatbot. And this is, what I see is kind of like the human interaction, okay? But with the inbound webhook, it will take, it will initiate the checkout, the chatbot automation to a whole new level. It can integrate with applications, websites, CRMs, and so much more. Okay, so think of like this. Previously, it's like the internet. It connects people to people, right? But with the inbound webhook, it can connect with the other device. It's kind of the Internet of Things. It explodes the possibilities you can bring the chatbot. So now let me see a couple of user cases I want to talk about. Is this is the thing that in my head. I think I know it will work, and in the future lives we will do the demos to show you how to do that. Okay, first is a form submit, and then it will trigger the IVRs or SMS chatbot. This is the demo we are doing today. Okay, and the second is you are able to connect your website behaviors with the chatbot. For example, if someone click to the website from your chatbot, and then you will able to see, you will able to track the user's behavior using Google Tag Manager, and then send the signal back to the inbound webhook. And this webhook can trigger the automation. Okay, so that's another advanced topics we are going to cover in the next live. And the number 3 is you can actually connect the user across multiple channels, because in each channels we have the external request, right? And with the external request and the inbound request, you can actually, move the user across the channels. So that's the 3 of the user cases as I'm thinking. And now let's see what are the demo we are going to do today. So the demo we are going to do today is, previously I have done one demo that is, when the user submit the form, okay, they will type their name, email, and phone number. And then the minute they submit the form, they will receive a phone call back. Okay, in that phone call, you can dynamically creating the user's name and start the IVRs. So I have done it, with the help of Public Connect. The process is like this. First, we get the API keys, then we create the subscribers, and then send the subscriber to the subflow. It's kind of a lot of steps. But now today, what I'm going to show you is the same process using only inbound webhook. Okay, there is no external third-party service you need. And just with inbound webhook, you can do the same thing. Okay. Now let me dive into the process. So let me size my screen. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I have a page. Okay. This page, when the user click, it will pop up a form, and then they will provide the name, email, and then it will redirect to a thank you page. Okay, so this is a simple form. So what I'm going to do is, for example, I go to the voice. By the way, this inbound webhook is accessed for every channel and every chatbot. So every channel, every chatbot, you will have this option. So if I go to the voice, I go to the open flow, and if I go to the tools, and then there is an option is inbound webhook. Okay, so we will close this and we will start from fresh. Okay, just want to show you exactly the steps how to make it happen. So first you need to create a webhook name. So we will call it live demo, save it, and then you got this URL. Okay, basically you need to send the information to this URL. So now let's click edit. So at here, you need to figure out what kind of the data structure you are sending to this endpoint, right? So I would suggest that you use, for example, this requestbin.com. They provide the free webhook so that you can actually send the data to this webhook, and then you can figure out, okay, what's the data format, and then you can paste the same data format in that body, in the webhook, in the body of the webhook. Okay, so now let me, because in this I'm using convert box. Okay, so basically any form that support webhook will work. So I'm using convert box. So I will go to that form settings, and there is an integration, right? So I just needed to add a new integration, and I choose webhook. So I will just copy this webhook URL, paste it here, and you can click the send the test. So if you click that, you go to request bin, you will see that there is a new request coming in, right? So if you click this, so this will be the sample data that is coming after the user submit the form. So if you click pretty, and this is the JSON file we need. So we copy this file, and then we go back to the webhook. Now what you need to do is you need to paste this sample data here, right? Okay, so now what's going to happen is, so for example, let me copy this same webhook before I forget, to to this after form submit. After form submit, it's actually sent to two webhooks. Okay, I want one is to send it to another sample so I can get the data, and I want to also send it to the actual webhook, in the voice flow. So let me save this and save this one. Now let's click finish. So now this webhook side is done. So what is going to happen now is basically we need kind of the three steps. First step is in this sample data, we need to find the unique identifier for the user in this channel, right? In this chatbot. So there are three ways. We think there are three identifier we can use. The first is the user NS. This is the unique, in this chatbot, in this channel. Okay. If we find the user NS, we will ignore the phone and email. Okay. If we do not find the user NS, next unique identifier we are going to look for is the phone number. Okay. And if we do not find the phone number, we will look for the emails. So you can provide any of these three information in this payload, and then we will use that information to match if we can find any user in that channel. Okay. So one particular thing is that in the SMS and the voice channel, if we cannot find the user through the phone number, we will actually create the user. Okay, so there is no problem there. But we cannot do the same thing for, for example, Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp. For those channels, the user needs to be, initiate the conversation with you first, or you already have the user in the chatbot. Then you can, find the user using email or phone. But we cannot create the bot user in those channels. We can only create the bot users in SMS and the voice channels. I hope it makes sense. So now let's just, in this case, we only have the phone, right? We do not have any user AS. So we just use $.phone. So this will map to the value of this phone number. Okay. And you can keep the email empty. That's fine. I can just leave it empty because this will be enough for me to find the user, to match the user, and even to, if I cannot find the user, I will create the user. Okay. So after this, after you map the user, you can click the preview payload. So what this will do is, sometimes in this payload, you will have extra information, right? For example, the user's name, the plan, the product they bought, or the plan they subscribed. That is what we call is extra information. So maybe in the automation, you want to use this extra information, right? To send the information back to the user. So how you can map those extra information is, for example, I want to map the first name of the leads. Okay, so I will just select the first name, and here it will automatically select this value, and you can just click check to make sure that you select the right value, right? So after you confirm this value is correct, you can just click OK, and then you can select the custom fields you want to map into. So in my case, I will map into the first name, and then you can click add, so that in this way you map the extra information you want into the custom fields, so that you can use those custom fields in the flow, in the automation next. Okay, what else I want to map is I want to map the email. Check. Okay, email, map into the email. As you can see from here, you can actually map into system custom fields, and also at the same time map into the user's custom fields. So I will map into the email and add. So I will try another one. I want just to try the campaign name, maybe check, and map into another fields that's called command, right? Okay, so now what we have done is we have used the phone number to search for the user. And if it's not found, we will create the user, right? And then also we add extra informations to the custom fields, okay? So now let's save this. And now let's turn it on, okay? Turn it on. Let's just first submit the data to see if we can, if this is working or not. So let me go to the bot user and delete the my previous test. Let's delete this one too. I don't know. So now let's reload. There is no context here, right? So now let me first submit. So this is the information I'm going to submit. Okay. So after I submit, you will able to see it redirect to my homepage. And if you go to the request bin, that webhook, you will able to see that the new data is coming, right? And when you click, you will able to see, okay, this is the phone number, email, and the campaign name, and everything is here. Even the first name is here, right? And also, if you go to UChat, you go to tools, you go to webhook, you go to logs, okay, you will able to see that this is also coming. We receive the same data, and even with the IP address, and also we already create a new user, because previously I delete every bot user, right? There is no user, and the logic is we trying to find if that we can find any user with this phone number. If we cannot, we just create a new user. Okay, so as you can see, it's a success. And let's go back to the bot user and reload. You're able to see this is a new user we created. Okay, the email is there, the phone number is there, and the first name is there. Okay, so the first name, email, phone number, is everything is created. Okay, so that means the first part is working already. Okay, the webhook can take the information and can look up the user. If not, create the user, and all the custom fields is set. So what you can do now is you want to move the user to the next the flow, right? That next automation. So let me create a new subflow here. So let's call it, this is live demo. Create. And when it's triggered, it will play a message, a phone call message, right? So let's just use that. You have successfully, how do I say it? The leads just got submitted. Okay, something simple like that. And let me show you the power of the mini apps, because you can actually use the human like voice. So if you install the voice maker, and you can use that in the action. For example, I can add an action, go to integrations, and choose the voice maker, and I will convert the text to audio. So for example, in here, I can select, the voice agent I want to use. Okay, if you copy this URL, it will open this page. Okay, so you can choose actually what the voice you want to use. So I will just choose anyone. choose it here. And then the text is, I will say hi. And because I already have the first name, right? It's just a meet from the form. So I will just use hi first name. Welcome to our live demo. I know your email address is, we also have the email address when we created the user. So we will just use email, and you comes from convert box. We save the convert box name to one of the custom fields. So we will use this one, comment. So what we'll do is this will, convert this dynamic text into audio file. So we will save this audio file to one of the custom fields. So I will save this audio URL to the voice maker. Okay, so a voice maker URL, and I will save that. And then I will create another maybe question and play this this URL. So I will just add this voice maker URL. Okay, and let's save this. Language code missing, so I will use this US. Okay. So now let's publish, and now let's go to the tools, and we will choose the flow we just created. This is the live demo, and select that, and make sure that this is turned on. Okay. So now let's submit the form again. I want to first delete the user. So let me delete the user. And then let's submit the form again. So this is Matthew@gmail.com. Okay, so now let's, because I have my voice, Google Voice opening here, so it should be call this number. Okay, so let's click this. The form is submitted. And if see, I can receive the number. Okay, I receive the phone call. Click accept.
Voice demo. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
The list just got submitted.
Hi Matthew, welcome to our live demo. I know your email address is matthew@gmail.com, and you comes from ConvertBox demo.
Okay, so basically that's it. So basically you can hear.
Hi Matthew, welcome to our live demo. I know your email address is matthew@gmail.com, and you comes from ConvertBox demo.
So basically that's the whole process, and you can see that it's triggered, and also it's playing it's convert dynamically of the text into an audio file, and play right to me. Okay, and then over here you can start all the magic, the voice channel with support, leave the message, transfer the agent. With the new update, we even support transfer to multiple agents, and also DTMF, and also take payments if you want. So basically that's how you connect, how you are using the inbound webhook to connect basically with any form that submit any form that support webhook. And you can do the same thing for the SMS chatbot. Okay, it's the same logic, same thing. Now let's get back to the slides, and I will take questions later if there is any. But we already finished the demo, so I just want to go through the process again. Okay, First is you need to create a webhook and determine the data structure. Okay, there is a resource here. It's called request bin. It's free. You can just submit the form and to see what kind of the data is coming in, right? And then the next step is very important step is to identify the user. Okay, we have 3 identifier. Okay, the first is user NS. That's unique per chatbot, per chatbot. And then there's phone number, and then there's email. So you need to match the user using any of these 3 identifier. Okay, and if no user is matched, we will store that in the logs, as no automation will be processed because we cannot find the user. It doesn't make sense to we cannot move along. If the user is in SMS channel and voice channel, if we cannot find the user, we can create the user. We will not stop. We will create the user, and whatever you set up to trigger, it will move ahead. So that's the second step. Okay, identify the user through the user NS, phone, and email. And the next step is if there is extra information in the payload you want to use, you can actually preview the payload and select, map the value into the custom fields. Okay, and then you can use those custom fields in the automation. And the last step is to select the workflow and automation and turn it on. Okay, then it's just works. So that's the steps. So let me see if we have any questions. If you got any questions, you can just go to our Facebook group. Okay. Currently, we want to focus the ticket, whether it's live chat or email support ticket, to the bugs, mostly about the bugs you find about the platform. Any other user cases, for example, you do not know how to use this, and the Instagram that is not working or something like that, I would suggest that you search in our Facebook group to see if there's any other people have the same issue, or you post your problem in our Facebook group. Okay, so that our team can help you, and also the other members can also help you. It will get a faster response, and so that we can focus on to fix if there is any bugs here and there. So that would be help us a lot. So let's see if there's any questions in the chat. Joyce, you can coming up now, I think.
Okay, so I can see that currently there are 2 comments on our in the community.
Okay. So Nikos is here.
Thank you, Nikos.
Shared, and a lot of congratulations.
Thank you, Nikos.
So, yeah, game changer. And Ricky is also coming.
Hello, Ricky.
Thank you, Ricky. And the hooks. Ricky said the hook catches the demographics.
Look at
that. Here is another is via the brand Zapier or Public Connect. Yeah, it's kind of this webhook works the same like Zapier and the Public Connect. It's just sitting there to waiting for the information. Okay, if you have something that we can identify, or find the user in that channel, then you can start the automation from there. So basically, they are working the same like that. So what else we have? Auto bridge, nice. Hooked. So yeah, hooking. So a lot of Nikos, thank you for your support. And someone is mentioned that this session are great. I cannot see your name. So next time maybe you can authorize so that we can see
It's
actually.
from Hassan Bas in the
Okay.
community. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I hope it's clear. Nico says it's clear. So that's good. It's clear for you to understand and to actually, use this. And also there's thank you, Matt and Joyce. This session is very helpful. Please do something like this more. Sure, we will
Yeah,
do
it's
more
from
like this.
Kenny. Thank you, Kenny.
Thank you. Nichols also said, love those personalizations. Yeah, that's really very powerful. Imagine that the minute someone submitted the form, you can call that name and know everything about them. Okay, you know their emails, the extra information regarding them, and also you can use the voice like human like voice. Okay, there is different voice engine you can integrate. So it's a dynamic and immediately powerhouse, I would say. So there's a lot of potentials there. So Cisa is coming, says awesome.
Thank you, Caesar.
And this one is said looks good. So Joshua is coming. Joshua Lee. And hi Matthew. Hi Joshua. Thank you for joining our live. And wonderful workflow. Thank you, Nichols. And there is a question is coming from who is a talk. So
Leonid.
okay, so he actually asked, so it will go through all the channels to check the identifier? No, because we have webhook at each channel, each chatbot. So it only check at that chatbot level. For example, if you are using the messenger, right? If you have the CRM, right, and you trigger something, for example, if you are using Active Campaign, and you have this webhook at the Facebook Messenger, right? In the Active Campaign, what you have is that email. So you can actually, trigger a outbound webhook in Active Campaign to pass this email in the payload. And then in the inbound webhook, when you capture this email, we actually search if there is any Facebook Messenger subscriber, falls into, have that email as the system, as the system fields, right? If we can find that Facebook Messenger user, then you can trigger a flow, okay? But be aware that, the 24 hours window limitation. So that's how you can connect different channels together, just to make sure that for the SMS and the voice is kind of different. Because if we cannot find the user, we already have your phone number, so we can actually create a new user for you. So it will trigger the SMS chatbot or the voice chatbot. So that's for your question. So
basically, by creating like several inbound webhooks in different channel, then you can basically search all the channel you have to find a user. Yes.
yeah. So Larry is actually says more of such walkthrough, please. Yeah, of course, that's our plan. Okay, we just want to produce more content, educational content like this. And if you guys have any, questions or something like that, post first in our Facebook group. Okay, so that we will also help there, and so that we can have more time to, to keep producing more content like this. And there is another question is it possible that after someone send you the form, we validate the phone and email first? Or what would happen if the number or email is in wrong format? So,
If the email is in wrong format, then you cannot find the person. Then it won't do anything. And if the number is in wrong format, for example, you need to like call the user, but the phone is wrong, so it will create another user. So in that way, probably it will not, call the user that you need to call, so they won't receive the phone call.
So I
You
think
know what I mean?
for his question is the validation you need to do before you send it to the inbound webhook, because in the inbound webhook we didn't validate. It's just if the phone number is not valid, you will I think you will not trigger the phone call.
Okay, or probably. So as you see that Matthew just trigger a subflow. So in the subflow, you can do the verification first and decide to send another subflow or not. So you can create a verification subflow to see that whether this email or this numbers is valid or not, and decide the next step. Yeah, so that's possible.
Yeah, so basically we haven't tested that yet, but it's possible. So you can do some test, just follow exactly the steps we have been doing. So just do some test over there. And got it, thanks. So each channel I can independently create the inbound webhook. Yeah, that's true.
Each
So
chatbot, yeah.
yeah, each chatbot you have the inbound webhook feature. So another question is, after they submit the form, they receive a call. Can we then set a delay and send an SMS to them? Of course, that's very easy to do, and I can show you a little while. And can we now set an automation to send an SMS in the messenger flow after we ask for that number? Yes. So let me show you. So let me show you how you can do that. So for example, this is the voice flow, right? You already got his number. So you actually, there is an action, it's called notification. So you can just send the SMS notification. So it will from a phone number. This from phone number is the Twilio or any phone number you integrate with UChat. So you can select that, okay? And then this is the user's phone number, because in the voice flow, you already have that. And I think, Joyce, it's user ID, right? Or
Yes.
it's
User ID.
User ID. So this user ID is the phone number in the voice or in the SMS for the user. And then you can type your messenger here. And how you can connect this with the chatbot is you send this, right? You can type like reply VIP for discount or something like that. And then when the user receives this message, if he replies, and you also set up the voice, the SMS chatbot with this same phone number, because if with Twilio, you can build the SMS, WhatsApp, and the voice with same phone number. So if you build the SMS chatbot with the same phone number, if they reply VIP, it will trigger, whatever flow you set up. So that's how you can connect the user from the voice and then to the SMS. So that's how you can trigger, the SMS to in the voice. So now let me show you how you can trigger the voice in the SMS channel. So if you go to the SMS channel and you go to the flows, and let me edit one, and here is the same. Okay, is the same. There is an action. You can make a phone call. So in this, it's the same. It will pull up your Twilio number. If you build a voice flow, it will show up here, okay? And then you can use the same variable, the user ID, which is a phone number. And then you can use, if if you do not add anything at the ref payload, it will go to the main flow of your voice bot. Okay. If you want to direct the user to another subflow, you can actually add, for example, I will add the text as a ref payload, right? I will save here. And when it's triggered, let me go to the voice flow. When it's triggered at the starting point, so in that voice flow at the starting point, there is an option is called save ref payload to. So you can actually save this payload into one of your custom fields. So if you click here, you can save that into one of the custom fields, and then you use the conditions to decide, okay, which IVR you want to send the user to. Okay, it's so much flexible to to connect, and also you have a lot of options to redirect the user to different IVRs. So I hope that answers your question. So let me see if there's anything else. Okay, so this question is already answered. I hope it makes sense. Can we now set another thing? Okay. Yeah, I think it's awesome. So yeah, Nichols is slight delay, but it's high intent. Yes, exactly. Yeah, for the local, you can use that for the local marketing. Use that at the referred bot and the reactivation campaigns. Birthday bots. That's a lot of user cases. So easy 297 per month. Yes, a lot of user cases, QR codes, menus. Nichols. Yeah, thank you for all the suggestions. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so basically, I think there's no more questions. We already go 40 minutes today, so let's end the sessions. And we will bring more live demos like this in the future. So just join our Facebook group, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you have any request about particular features, post in our Facebook group first before you submit a ticket. Okay. So yeah, so that's all for today. That someone is
Thank you
saying
for your
yes.
participation.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Talk soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you. Bye.